Hi, good afternoon. This is Chris Chun, and we're sitting here today at Napa Valley College to continue with our community spotlight programs. And I'm here today with Andreas. Andreas is a student here who just graduated. Andreas, tell us a little bit about yourself and what brought you here to Napa College and what you've done here.
Of course, thank you, Chris. So I am a student here. Well, I was a former student here at Napa Valley College. I just graduated this past May with a theater arts degree and a political science degree. But I was mostly involved in the performing arts sector here at Napa Valley College. And it's been just a wonderful experience from the moment that I stepped on campus and now just stepping out of it.
That's awesome. So what brought you to Napa College?
So what brought me to Napa College in the first place was I came to see a production of Beauty and the Beast co-produced with Cafeteria Kids here at the Performing Arts Center. And I was just so enthralled by the quality of love because there's craftsmanship, but then there's also that energy, that quality of energy that is shared between the audience and what's on stage. And for a second, I thought this was a community theater production because this is such a beautiful venue as well. And then I found out it's a community college. I was like, oh, I want to be there. I want to do that. I just want to share that exchange with people in that authentic way at a community college. If I could do it, I could make it. And just the serendipity of life is that those people were just waiting for me to be on there with them. And those are the people that ultimately changed my life in the best way possible.
Oh, that's amazing. I know that one of the things that we're highlighting today in our community spotlight is the Napa Valley College Foundation. And I understand that you received a scholarship from them. What was that scholarship for, and how did that impact your studies here at Napa Valley College?
Good question. So I applied for the general scholarships last year, and I got a few that were through very adjacent with the performing arts. Although I had moved to River Trail Village, this is my dorm room here like a year ago, and they offered a housing scholarship. It was a big financial jump for me because I was already paying rent back in Vacaville where I used to live, and I was commuting 30 minutes both ways, so it'd be about an hour every day. And I'm here on campus Monday through Thursday. Sometimes maybe even I had a Friday class, I would be here on Fridays. So it's 5 days a week, 5 hours in total a week of driving. So I had to take that financial risk of like not knowing how stable you're gonna be, but you're just gonna transfer your job and you're gonna work 40 hours, which I was originally gonna work. But with the housing scholarship, it brought down my average. It used to be $799 for a month, and it brought it down to about $600 a month. And I used to work 40 hours, and now I'm comfortably working and getting by with 15 hours a week.
That's amazing. So what are you doing with that extra time?
So I know with the extra time, I've always dedicated myself to collaborate with more people, to make new friends, to nurture those relationships. Believe it or not, Napa has a lot of spots to hang out, and I got to know people on a deeper level. I got to write plays more. I finished a full-length play recently because of the time that I was afforded, not really focusing on my part-time job, but because how the scholarship is subsidized that time. I managed to finish a full-length play. I managed to direct my own play. I managed to assistant direct a few productions through Napa Valley College, through various sectors and mentors. And it's just been a great experience just being offered that time back to just create and just to explore.
That's amazing. When you talked about like the Performing Arts Center, you call it the PAC, obviously that's just across the street from us here. Did that impact your decision on looking at these dorms? What was your decision? I know obviously scholarship helped, but was that decision for staying in these brand new dorms affecting that?
Yeah, so I want to think I'm a very driven person, and I saw the accessibility that the dorms had with the Performing Arts Center. And what a wonderful thing is that it's literally just a 5-minute walk, right? And so I'm just like, well, I could spend more time in the theater. I actually call the theater like my first home because that's somewhere where I really want to be, and that's somewhere where I love to be. So you're just closer to home, right?
Yeah.
You're just way closer to home. And that's just such a wonderful experience that you're finishing up a night of rehearsal. Just imagine just like, okay, well, you're saying bye to everybody and you're coming back home in a cozy dorm and just having a cozy bed and just going to sleep and then waking up and doing it again. And you don't have to worry about, oh, I need to drive, I need to get gas, I need to do all these things, I need to worry about traffic. It's just a 5-minute walk.
That's awesome.
It's been very convenient.
One of the things that when we were talking earlier prior to this actual interview, you were mentioning about the food program here and that's impact for you as well. What has that done for you?
Yes, so the food program has been very helpful. I think I've seen how that impacts students here that are living here at River Trail Village. Students live really busy lives and they're very studious and they're very on top of a lot of things. And I think it's just convenient to just come home to a meal that's catered by one of the businesses here in Napa. And it's just wonderful. Of course, like you run into people downstairs too that are getting the same meal and you're just like, oh, what are you having? And this and that. It's been a really good way to help remedy some of the food insecurities that some of the students may face while living on their own here at River Trail Village. Of course, we have the basic needs center, but on a bigger scale, I think that the food program has been very successful in helping students. I know that at least at the end of the day, when I get home from rehearsal, something's gonna be there for me to eat. So I could just go to sleep when I have to go to sleep. I don't have to worry about cooking.
Wonderful. And you talk about the community here in River Trail. Obviously, this is brand new. I think these opened up about a year ago. Can you describe the community with the new dorms?
Of course, yeah. So I know a lot of people that live here on the 3rd floor. I'm on the 3rd floor. And a lot of these people I see on campus every day. And I've been fortunate enough to actually be a part of their communities as well. So I know a few people here that are through the Pride Club, which I was the president of last year, this past semester. And it's just so wonderful that I see my friends from the Pride Club. We could go to Pride Club together on Tuesdays and Thursdays and just have that experience of getting as close to a community as we can. And I think River Trail Village is really nurturing that ability to do that. Because I know community colleges, sometimes people just go and they leave, but I think community colleges have the potential for people to stay as well.
That's awesome. So why don't we go over to the PAC and see your second home?
Of course.
All right, thank you. So Andreas, we're in the PAC, or the Performing Arts Center. This is where you spent a lot of your time.
A lot, hours, Monday through Thursday, about 3 hours a day. In the evenings, only in the evenings.
Awesome. What does this place mean for you?
Well, I've met a lot of great people in this entire building. This building means connection. It meant artistic leadership in everybody. It meant friendships that are just gonna last a lifetime for me. Something that I believe firmly is that everybody in this theater is my friend before a collaborator. So it's just, when you have that idea, when you move with that idea through this kind of space, you just realize that you're just creating and just having fun with your friends. And I just can't believe that I had the privilege of experiencing here in such a beautiful space such as this as well.
I know that this theater is not just for the college, it's for the whole Napa community. Have you been part of some of the other productions that are here as the Napa community, and what are the other groups that use this?
Of course, yeah. So other than I've assistant directed Spring Awakening here at Napa Valley College in March 2024. I've assistant directed As You Like It this past spring in 2025. But in terms of performance, I was here in the SpongeBob musical as Sardine number 3. This is one of my first productions here at Napa Valley College. And another production was through Shakespeare Napa Valley. It was a staging of an adaptation of It's a Wonderful Life in Spanish, titled Es una vida maravillosa. And I just being so ingrained and so like deeply involved in the performance part and the directing part and the creation part. It's just been a great experience, and it's just meant so much to me just to be here present. I know that Shakespeare Napa Valley uses, as I aforementioned, Cafeteria Kids has their shows. I know this past winter in 2024, we had Seussical here at this theater, co-produced through Cafeteria Kids. And I served as a light board operator and a spotlight operator here. So just being involved in as many things as I can, just discover more parts of the theater that I haven't touched yet. There's different like groups that I know that come in, they rent out this beautiful facility. This is a launch pad for a lot of communities here in Napa Valley.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
So Andreas, when we talked about like your draw here and some of the scholarships, how have those scholarships impacted your studies and your life and everything for coming here to Napa Valley College?
Yeah, so it's impacted me to just reclaim time and focus what matters to me the most and what I want to prioritize and build in my life. They've just helped me secure just that future of possibility. And I think time is just so valuable, and the scholarships have just offered me that ability to just create and study as well. Because of the scholarships too, other than a theater degree, I also picked up the political science degree because I was like, well, I have the time now to finish the theater arts degree, and why not pick up a political science degree while I'm studying here too? I had one more semester. I was like, you could just knock it out and you could graduate with 2 degrees. That's how one of the scholarships have benefited me so much. And just living here, a housing scholarship too is just subsidized so much for me. I don't have to work full time at my job. I could get by with working 15 hours a week, and I could still budget and still live in a more stable position than I was before. But yeah, that's how just they've impacted me, and they've impacted me in such a wonderful way.
That's great. I know that you're going on your next journey. Well, I don't want to spoil the surprise. Why don't you tell me about what's going to happen next for you?
So I've been accepted into all the UCs that I've applied to. I've been accepted most notably to UCLA's theater. As a transfer student, at least for a theater program as prestigious as UCLA, I wouldn't think I had that opportunity. But because of the scholarships, I think that's a cause of the scholarships as well, is because I could build a resume, build a portfolio. And with UCLA's theater programs, like interview process, it's a lot of supplementary applications. And if I just hadn't that time to create, I wouldn't have had that opportunity. And so I got accepted into UCLA's theater program, and I'm going down there in the fall.
Well, speaking from a USC Trojan, I will say congratulations at UCLA. It's an amazing school, and we have a great rivalry with you guys.
Thank you. Yeah, I know.
One of the things that all of this stuff exists out of the generosity of others. Obviously, the Napa Valley College Foundation is supported by mostly private donations through our community. If you had something to tell them about how this has impacted your life, what would that be?
Just first of all, just a really big thank you. I don't know who they are, and I sent a letter of gratitude to them, and I just really want to connect with them to just extend what I could offer and to bring back for the community as well. It's such a selfless thing to do, because there's so many steps that you have to do in order to make a scholarship and make a scholarship for students. And so I'm just very grateful. Something I could say is that just rest assured that there is someone out there that is going to bring back what they have learned out in the world back to Napa. I think Napa's a wonderful town. It has had potential for such a long time, and it could have more potential in the future as well. And it could just grow stronger and more powerful in a way that it just inspires people. I consider Napa an artistic home as well, an artistic birthplace actually. And because of the scholarships and because of the donors, they have helped me emerge through that. And I'm going out there in the world, and I want to bring back what I learned at UCLA, or if I go to graduate school, I want to bring that back. And just rest assured, and it's just so grateful. So grateful.
So Andreas, what made you choose Napa Valley College?
So I know that when I lived in Vacaville, the closest option was Solano Community College. And I was like, well, I want to explore more. I want to get out there more, right? My mentality is get out of your comfort zone, right? I don't really like driving, but I discovered Napa Valley College, and I just researched their theater department. I've seen how strong it is and what my needs are here, and the faculty really resonated with the values that I'm looking for and when I create. And I think in any university or any college, that should be an option as well. What your values are and what you want to create for yourself. And I saw that Napa Valley Colleges offered those opportunities for me. And when I got here, I was right. I enrolled into the Intro to the Theater class, and I met my mentor through the Intro to the Theater class. I've formed really strong artistic bonds with people that are taking that leap towards going to Napa Valley College, because there's people that live farther away and they're making the effort to make it to Napa Valley College because of their theater program. So I'm just super grateful that I found a home here. Just Napa Valley College has offered me so many opportunities that I couldn't imagine. And I always wonder, like, what if I had gone to Solano, right? But thankfully, Napa Valley College is just a place that I call my home as well. And just my experience has been amazing.
Great. Thank you so much, Andreas. Thank you for your time.
No, thank you, Chris. I appreciate it.